Senzo Muyiwa's longtime friend, the Kozisi Thwala, has recounted how police tortured him and his hands and legs bound together with a rope used for slaughtering cows to admit to killing his longtime friend, Senzo Muyiwa. Thwala started testifying about Muyiwa's last moments before his death, saying his friend was still alive when he was rushed to a hospital after being shot at his musician's girlfriend, Kelly Kumalo's home in Valorous. He also said gunshot went off during a scuffle that broke between one of the intruders and Kelly's sister, Zandile, and her mother in the kitchen. Malawians have raised concerns about President Lazarus Chakwera's taking a congregation to the United Kingdom where it will attend the coronation of King Charles III. Reports indicate that the president will travel to the UK with a delegation of 78 people to attend the coronation on 6th of May. The president was invited by the UK to attend the coronation, and the host will likely foot cost of the trip for the president and about 6 members of his entourage. Meanwhile, Malawi is facing economic and political challenges with fuel crisis as pumps across the country have run dry, leaving long queues at the very few filling stations where fuel is available. Joining me live on the news at this time to discuss this issue is a political analyst, Mavutho Bamusi. Thank you for your time, Mavutho.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
All right, so let's get straight to it. Apparently, citizens are not, happy again about the taxpayers' money that the president continues to use while the country has challenges like fuel crisis, amongst others. I mean, are the citizens in a way, justified?
The citizens are highly justified, considering that Malawi at the moment is sitting on a time bomb economically. As we are speaking right now, there are long fuel queues on pump stations. We call them filling stations. And then there is scarcity of petrol. And at the same time, when you look at the fiscal plan for Malawi, the government budget, it is sitting on a huge budget deficit. On top of that, Malawi at the moment has got a huge debt, both the domestic debt as well as foreign debt. It keeps increasing. So indeed, the cause made by citizens that President Lazarus Chakwera should walk the talk in as far as austerity makes a lot of sense. Taking a bloated so many people on an entourage, on his delegation to the United Kingdom, is very, very unrealistic when a country is also sitting on an anticipated food crisis because of the cyclone Freddy that wreaked havoc in Malawi a couple of weeks ago.
All right. Now, I mean, the president's administration has been accused of not keeping quite a number of its promises, particularly on the aspect of a better economy for Malawians. What other challenges, would you say the country is facing, aside the fuel crisis and probably the economy?
The first prominent challenge is to do with lack of foreign exchange. So there is a shortage of dollars in the country. There is a shortage of forex. So Malawi cannot import its basic requirements. And for your own knowledge, Malawi is a landlocked country. So we rely so much on imported commodities on a number of aspects. Talk of medicines, drugs in hospitals, there is a shortage, an acute shortage. So if people go to a government hospital, they are referred to private clinics to buy medicines. And on top of that, another challenge is to do with the joblessness, especially amongst youths. And this is a far outcry and against the promise that President Lazarus Chakwera made that his government is going to create 1 million jobs within a short space of time when he became president. Nothing has happened of that sort, and the President Lazarus Chakwera promised to turn the economy around, to attract investors. Nothing of that sort is happening. The President also made a promise to leave, to manage a government through austerity measures, cutting down on expenditures. Nothing of these things are happening, and these are the things that keeps Malawians worried all the time.
All right, quickly before I let you go, let's talk about the Transa Coalition in which the president is actually a part of. It seems like it's at the brink of collapsing with many allegations against the president. I mean, are we seeing a breakaway soon?
Well, probably we can say that a breakaway has already happened, because practically when you see the partnership, the relationship between the main coalition partner, Malawi Congress Party, which is President Chakwera's party, and the other partner within the Transa Coalition, which is the Vice President Saulos Chilima's party, the United Transformation Party, there visually appears to be no partnership at all on the ground. The promises that the two parties are going to work together, nothing of that sort is happening. So recently, some key cabinet members of the President, Vice President Chilima's UTM party, were taken out of cabinet. Only a few positions were left to that. And also on top of that is the fact that the Vice President Saulos Chilima has got a corruption charge around his neck. And all these are taken as some of the machinations by the leading Malawi Congress Party of President Chakwera to weaken the coalition partners in the Transa Coalition, as Malawi is moving towards the 2025 elections, which promises to be fireworks, an election that is really going to be very, very competitive.
All right, thank you so much for your time, Mavutho Bamusi.
Thank you for having me.